Guys, I'm walking here, beachside, right on Hollywood Beach's Broadwalk. The world famous Broadwalk, I may add, with all of its wonderful cafes, restaurants, and shops. Now, I know you guys have seen me here a few times already, and you're gonna continue to see me here. Why? Well, because this is, quite frankly, one of the state of Florida's best beaches, in my humble, honest opinion. And today, we're starting a brand new series, as recommended by you, our faithful Barefoot Army. Guys, with my expertise of living in Florida for 23 years, I've traveled the entire state, and I've been to many of the beaches. So join me today in our very first premiere episode of Barefoot Rates the Beaches, where I tell you guys exactly what I think about each beach that I visit all throughout this state. And I use my scrutinous rating system that will tell you exactly what I think about these beaches. Ready? Here goes nothing. Guys, first and foremost, before our feet even touch the sand, is parking. It's one of the most important aspects of your day at the beach. After all, you can't enjoy the beach if you can't get to it. Here in Hollywood, there's public access parking all throughout. And I happen to be at the public parking garage, my favorite one over here, that's actually attached to the Margaritaville hotels. I bet your garage doesn't have a breeze like that. So you can see it's a large structure. This is the parking here. It's got multiple levels. I'm parked on the 4th floor. Just come right down the stairs here and easy access right to Margaritaville and the Hollywood Broadwalk, and of course, world famous Hollywood Beach. Now let's go sample the surf and sand, shall we? So guys, my rating system is going to highlight all the finer points about going to a beach and what exactly it is that makes one beach better than another. So Hollywood Beach has a lot of these various buildings, shops, restaurants, all lined up here along what's called the Broadwalk. Play on words, it's not a boardwalk because it's not made of boards, so you don't have to worry about splinters. But even better, it's a cement paved walkway along with pavers that really make it beautiful and also easier on the feet. No splinters on this Broadwalk. Now, I know I did a video saying that you should be closer to the pool in your condo or where you live, but beach is just the opposite. It's going to depend on your specific personal preference. Some people want the edge of the walkway to be closer to the shore. That's not really ideal though, guys, because that means you got a shorter strip of beach, okay? Or less wide strip of beach. So I like sprawling beaches, I like wide beaches. They're conducive to just a better looking beach, number one, and number two, it's also roomier, especially when you're at a crowded beach. You want to be able to spread out more. So here in Hollywood, this gets high ratings for width of beach. You can see, in fact, you know what? Let's count the steps. How about that? Steps to the shore. Guy's making me walk back. Hey, I'm still figuring this out, okay? This is a new gig here. Beach ratings, let's go. How many steps to the shore? You ready? All right. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. See you at the shore. Any guesses? 76 before my next step, I would have been in the water. So I think that's a really good number, guys. Now, is it more difficult if you've got kids, all the beach buggies and paraphernalia, diving masks, fins, snorkels, picnic baskets, barbecue grills, and don't forget that cooler. So I get it, guys, I get it. But for the overall appearance, the wider the beach, the better the experience. Hollywood Beach gets high marks for a wide beach. Sand quality. Some of you guys would argue, and rightfully so, that the quality and the color and the texture of the sand on the beach is really what it's all about. Now, if you go to places like Hawaii and, you know, other exotic locations around the world, they're gonna have beaches with various color and textures of the sand. Some are coarser, some are finer, and some are like powdery, which is really nice when it gets between your toes. But probably the most important aspect of the sand is the color itself. Barefoot's beach sand color rule number 1, the whiter the better. When you're going on vacation and you're traveling somewhere, you'll see the words white sand beaches. You'll see that often, you'll see it everywhere, and there's a reason. The whiter the sand, the more tropical it'll look, and it also plays nicely upon the color of the water. Next up on the list, crowds. Guys, crowds are kind of a double-edged sword in a way. You certainly don't want to be on a beach where you feel crowded in, at least most people don't. But the truth of the matter is, typically, the nicer the beach is, the more people it's going to attract. The good news is, if the beach is wide enough and long enough, like it is here in Hollywood, then crowds really shouldn't be a problem. Now, I'm here today on a Tuesday, so unfortunately, it's not going to give you a apples to apples idea of what the crowds would be like on a Friday or Saturday or even a Sunday, which typically is the most crowded day on the beach down here. But you can still see that what's here between the hotels for vacationers and locals that come down to experience a lot of the wonderful dining options here. Also being able to get out and rollerblade or bicycle along the broad walk here for exercise. It's going to attract a pretty nice crowd. And I give this beach high marks for its ability to accommodate a lot more people than you're seeing here today. Guys, most beaches have this, but some have more than others. Showers, when the kids come out, they're all sandy. You got the salt water on you. You don't want to ride home with that on you. So the more showers you have, and you could see here Hollywood, all along the beach, they have all of these showers so that you can get yourself cleaned up before you go home. Just got to make sure you turn the right one on or you might get wet in the face. This next category, guys, some of you may not care about it. It just adds another element to an enjoyable experience when you go to the beach. To have access to stuff like this, you know, restaurants and bars, cafes, shopping. And when it's adjacent to the beach like this, even if you decide not to eat or shop or any of those things, it still creates a pretty nice ambiance. Guys, another aspect of the beach that will determine the score is the overall visual beauty of the beach as a package. Hollywood Beach.
Yes.
Muy buena.
Buena. Está muy buena desde Argentina.
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué?
Porque la playa es espectacular, Está re lindo el día. El día es hermoso,
Lindo.
no hay algas, está todo perfecto.
I think even I understood that.
Yes, very
Okay.
nice.
Thank you guys. Muchas gracias.
Okay. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. Now, when you're in Florida, it's really great when the decor of the beaches, the huts, the tiki bars, and everything that makes up the whole beach visual appeal has this Florida style to it. That Art Deco-y, that Miami or Gulf Coast, just beachy feel and look to it. Now, that's one of the reasons that I love these lifeguard stands here with the blues and yellows, and it kind of has a shack look to it. But you know, if somebody blindfolded you and put you here, I think you would take the blindfold off and know that you were somewhere in Florida, maybe Miami or here in Hollywood. Just another day at the beach, eh, partner? Good job. Thank you, buddy. I want his job. And again, part of that visual appeal, you see these palm trees that line the back of the beach. It's, you know, it gives it that Gilligan's Island kind of look that is so tropical and just takes you to that special place when you go to the beach. Now, me, I grew up on the mean streets of Brooklyn, New York. I say that affectionately, of course, but on the beaches where I grew up, the sand didn't look anything like this. The water certainly didn't look anything like that, and we definitely didn't have palm trees. So you add all that together, and you're gonna have one great beach experience. And finally, guys, the one attribute that I think is really the most important aspect of any beach, no matter where you are, the color of the ocean. A big part of the allure for Florida beaches, not only to natives, locals, but also especially to people that come down here on vacation, is they want to get that azure, blue-green, aqua color, teal color, pick your favorite choice of word, that describes what you're looking at right there, folks. It doesn't get much better than that. So guys, I'm gonna add up and total all the scores, and you'll see right here how Hollywood Beach measures up compared to other beaches in Florida. Till next time, from Hollywood Beach, this is the Barefoot Blogger saying, stay tuned for my next rating of a beach you may just want to visit.